Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Charting Markets with Jeremy. So for today, let's just run through quickly what the broad-based market is showing right now, starting off with the S&P 500 index. So as you can see on your screen, for the S&P 500 index, I think it's pretty clear that the overall trend has still remained within this very bullish kind of a setup here. At least if you were to kind of zoom out and take a longer term view of what's been happening, for the S&P 500 index, it seems like we are right now turning back to a rather strong kind of a bullish setup here. Mainly, you can see the overall long-term uptrend line going all the way back to the kind of a heights of the pandemic last year, where we actually formed the ultimate low last year in March, connecting the low points throughout the past 1 year or so. You can see the uptrend line right now is holding up pretty firmly. With the recent sell-off that we have seen in the S&P down about 5% correction. But nonetheless, even with that correction that played through, the overall uptrend line has been holding up pretty strongly, as well as the 60-day moving average as well. So all in all, if you were to look even closer, there is actually some bullish price action that's been showing up. Bouncing off this key support level, all in tells us that the kind of buyers are still in control of this overall market. And even more closer kind of a price action since last Friday, we have actually gotten a rather strong breakout above the 20-day moving average, as well as also above this 1 to 2 week range. So all in right now, with this overall bullish setup playing through pretty nicely, with the long-term uptrend line still holding up, and at the same time seeing some bullish breakout price action showing, it seems like the S&P 500 index is likely to kind of step up higher here in the near term. Probably seeing further bullish momentum playing through for the S&P 500 index to target the next level that we have in mind will be the 4,300 points level as the first target, and then followed by the next psychological round number at 4,400 points, which will represent about 5% upside. So near-term wise, we'll be looking at about 2 to 5% upside here for S&P 500 index, which this could actually hit somewhere with a time frame of around maybe the next 1 to 3 months out. And as for the downside risk wise, we will be looking out for 4,100 points here as the support level to play for a rebound. So if a correction were to play out, then this will be the level that we're watching out to buy more for the S&P 500 index, which also coincides with the uptrend line. So downside risk wise, about 2% downside here. And moving on to the chart of the week, we'll highlight Apple Inc. for today. Ticker code AAPL. Chart-wise looks interesting as we could be on the verge of a breakout higher here for Apple Inc. Just let me explain myself. But overall, if you were to look from a long-term perspective, Apple is still holding up pretty nicely within its uptrend line as well. You can see going back to September of last year where the low was being formed, we can actually see a rather decent uptrend line being formed here more recently, after falling about 10% here. The recent rebound has actually shown you that the overall market is still being controlled by the buyers. So in fact, for this recent rebound that we have seen, probably for Apple, the low has already been established here earlier in May, where the low is at $122.25. So keep a close lookout. Other than that, the other key highlight to watch for Apple Inc. would be this key resistance overhead here, somewhere near the 20 and 60-day moving average, as well as this kind of a near-term ceiling at $127.90. So this will be the level that we'll be watching very closely for the breakout signal to play out. So for Apple Inc., if the overall market continues to stay within this bullish sentiment that we're expecting, then this breakout will almost be inevitable. And once we actually get this breakout above this key level at $127.90 level, just about 1% from current price, once we get this breakout, likelihood is for the next leg of uptrend to continue, and after which is for this move to kind of head up to target the first resistance at $138. There will be about 7% upside, followed by the next key resistance at $145, representing about 13% upside. So keep a close lookout. This current setup looks interesting following this consolidation phase. A breakout seems likely, and once that happens, we would expect a next flurry of movement to the upside to kick on moving. Downside risk-wise for Apple, probably will be looking out for this support at $122 to hold. So that will represent about 3% downside risk here for Apple. Yep. that's all we have for today, and we'll see you guys in the next one.